Hello everyone. Let's continue learning our lessons. Today we'll learn English 2 Chapter 11 Verbs, their tenses. Chapter 11 Verbs, their tenses. In your textbook it is page 61. Get ready with your pencil and eraser. I will explain it, after which we will do some exercises that follows. Verbs, their tenses. What do you mean by a tense? The tense of a sentence is the form taken by its verb to indicate the time of its action. You can see it in the pink box here. The tense of a sentence is the form taken by its verb to indicate the time of its action. Mizo chung chuan tense kan ti hi hun soina ani. We have three kinds of tenses. Tenses kan ti hi chi thumin chen ania chung te chu the past tense, the present tense and the future tense. Those are the three types of tense that we have, and we are going to learn about them. You have already read the three forms of verbs: the present form, the past form and the past participle form. I will not go into the detail again, we have already explained it. Go to page 65. Verbs with all the three forms alike. Verbs such as bit, burst, cast, cause, cut, hit, hurt, let, put, read, set, shed, shut, spit and spread have all the three forms alike. Three forms alike kan ti amza chu enge he achung chia kha anila weep po hi present form ania, past achun wept ania, past participle a wept katyang han aron in thak ta ni chu tuna verb kan chher chwa zo chia ho bit burst cast cause kan ti ho kha chu form pathum chithum kan nei te ho kha a in ang vek ani heng verb hawa hianin then verbs with double form. Verbs double form nei ho chu enge bear kha past form a chuan bore hi aman theya past participle ani chuan bore ne mo bore kha aron mang len hei double form ani ni. Next bit bid bit a hian bade bidin ne lo om le ta hang a hian hang kha past form a han hang po kan ti the hang po kan ti the a katang cha kan double form ani ni heng ho hian. Next we have auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs we also call them as helping verb. Main verb chan pui tu te kha auxiliary verb kan ti ho chu ni chumi nei wang chuan but sometimes we call them helping verb as well. Example, we have be form of verbs. Be form of verbs ho kha auxiliary verbs an ni vekani. Be form of verbs kan ti ho chu engtenge see the bracket inside the bracket here. On top, be form of verb are is, am, are, was, were, been. All these are the be form of verbs. Next we have, has, had, do, does, did, can, may, might, must, will, shall, should, would, ought are called auxiliary verbs. They help other verbs to form various tenses and moods. Therefore, sometimes auxiliary verbs are also called as the helping verbs. Those are the things that which you need to know. Let's go to the exercises. Exercise number A, what is meant by tense? It is on the first page within the pink box. You can write that as your answer, this one. The tense of a sentence is the form taken by its verb to indicate the time of its action. You can write that one here. And next we have number B. How many tenses are there in all? Name them. There are 3 sentences in all. They are number 1 the past tense, number 2 the present tense, and number 3 the future tense. Number D, write 4 verbs that have all their forms alike. You can write any one from here. That verbs from here, you can write any one from these 2 lines. All right, you can write any one. And next we have write 3 verbs that have double forms. Number E, write 3 verbs that have double forms. Write their forms also. What are the verbs that have double form here? We have already explained verbs that have a double form. You already read them. These. You can write any 3, and you will write their form as well. That means you have to write, if you write bear, you have to write this bore, born, die, all this. Exactly the way it's written, you have to write them. Then number F, we have write down 8 auxiliary verbs. The auxiliary verbs you have on top here, auxiliary verbs be, is, am, are, was, were, been, have, has, had, do, this, did, all those things you can write. Choose out any 8 and you can write them down here. That is how you should do exercise A, B, D, E, F. And next we have the present tense. We'll go into the detail. First, we will learn where to use is, am, are. These are very important for the tense. Is, am, are also known as the be form of verbs. Be form of verbs. Be ka verb shang be he verb shang kan mang the kan tin ha. Oh, be form of verbs kan ti how kan is, am, are, was, were, been, be and been how ka kan mang the ani. Go to the next page, page 68. You will have the explanation, the sentences where you should use the is, am, and are. Is he singular ani a he, she, it a tse a man the ni a question na han he amo, she amo, it a omuna han, you will use is. Am he singular ani a I a tse a man the ni am he o I om zo kan am he in mang the. Are he plural ani a in man the na tu chu we te alo oma, you te alo oma, they, we, you, they. In those kind of words, you will use the word are, since are is a plural. All right. I hope it is clear. Let me repeat again. Is singular, therefore you should use is when you have the word such as he, she, it. Am is used after I. Are is plural, and you should use when you find the words such as we, you, and they. Based on that, you have to do exercise number A. Number 1, it is written what. You change that what into who. Who is your father? Number 2, the dog. Dog is singular. You will use is. The dog is in the garden. Number 3, we. We is plural, so you should use are. We are industrious students. Number 4, you is also plural, so you should use you are a truthful boy. I am going to the market. There are 3 boys in the hall. They are careless boys. She is singular, so you should use is. She is a very charming lady. Number 9, he is a man of his word. And then on the next page, you still have number 10. I dash 115 centimeters tall. I am. What height are you? You should use are. This river, it talks about a particular river, so you should use is. Honesty, singular. Honesty is the best policy. What time is it? Number 15, I am not going to the market. Number 16, how far is your school from here? Number 17, where are you going to this time? Number 18, dash the boys playing in the garden. It is plural, so you should use are. Are the boys playing in the garden? So I hope you can do. That means the work which you need to do are exercise number A, B, D, E, F from page 66 and exercise number A from page 68 till number 1 to 18. We will stop here for today and we will continue it in the next class. The remaining, since this chapter is a little bit long, we will end the class there. Thank you, class.